What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com, and I have a follow-up story that I did about, 2 months ago? Let me see. I remember I did this video right here where we have Karen, okay? He want to say his name is pronounced Caron, but it's Karen, okay? So Karen here tried to cancel a little boy that was actually celebrating his team and took the picture of only his right side of his face where it was painted black and basically ignored the left side of his face that was painted red and tried to turn this 9-year-old little child into a racist white supreme pizza. Anyway, he got canceled on Twitter. Everybody came for him and everybody was like really, really mad because like, why are you picking on a little child? Anyway, I made a video about it. I will probably have it towards the end of the credits so you can see it for yourself if you want the full context. But honey, guess what? The parents are suing, and that is a great thing, and they're going to win. But you know what I realized? The Deadspin, they're acting like tough and big and bad because when they asked them to do an apology, they didn't do it. They just doubled down. And then they threatened the family and said, if you sue us, we're going to countersue you. You know, and I guess the mama was like, okay, let's do this. And like, they're in the wrong. What is with people doubling down on their ignorance, and especially when they're in the wrong? Like, you're doubling down. So, okay, it's going to cost you a lot of money. I swear it is. Like, this is a slam dunk case, and they're acting big and bad and would not even retract the story or even issue an apology. Anyway, we got a video that goes into a detail because they interviewed the family recently. And so we want to look at that video. But let's go ahead and go through this article real quick that goes into details. And then we're going to go ahead and look at the video. Now, like I said, I will have this video where I talked about it. It says, Woke Sports Journal tries to cancel young Chief fan. I'll have that towards the end of the video. If I can remember, I have it in the pinned comments. Okay. Family of young Kansas City Chief fan accused of blackface files lawsuit against Deadspin after reporters claim 9-year-old child had found a way to hate black people and Native Americans at the same time. Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway, the family of the young Kansas Chief, the family of the young Kansas City Chief fan accused of blackface by the Deadspin reporter has filed a lawsuit against the sports outlet. During the Chiefs game against the Las Vegas Raiders back in November, Holden Armenta, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Holden Armenta, at 9 years old, was captured by the CBS sports camera wearing team colors across his entire face as well as a Native American headdress. However, after painting his face black and red, cameras initially only caught the black half of his face, leading to accusations of blackface from Deadspin Karen. Look at the name right here. Caron J. Phillips, just acted just like a Karen, okay? Phillips later wrote in a story which was titled, "The NFL needs to speak out against the Kansas City Chiefs fan in blackface Native American headdress. That Armenta had found a way to hate black people and the Native Americans at the same time with his face painted at the game." Following the article, fans were quick to point out that Armenta actually had the other half of his face painted red too and was merely wearing Kansas City's colors before the youngest family revealed that they're also Native Americans themselves. So there you have it. Like, I mean, you know what? If a black person did this, if a Hispanic person did this, they would have had no problem. They would have had no problem, okay? They would have never said anything. But because the child, or they assumed the child was white, that's the only reason why they went after him and just did, look at this, just only covered this side of his face. Like, oh my God, he's wearing blackface. You know what? So what if he was wearing blackface? Yeah, well, so this is Karen. Look at Karen. It's not Karen. It's Karan. It's Karan. No. You are Karen. You are Karen, little so-and-so. Anyway, and just over 2 months from the incident, the Armentas are now suing Deadspin for defamation after their son was branded racist by Phillips. The article falsely alleged that HA had found a way to hate black people and Native Americans at the same time. Oh my God, how many times I gotta read that? During the Chiefs game against the Las Vegas Raiders back in November, holding them. Okay, we already. I don't. Are they repeating everything all over? Yeah, they're repeating everything all over again. All right, so let's go to this part right here. It is alleged that H.A.'s parents, Sharon and Raul, taught H.A., that's Holden, racism and hate at home. It initially painted a picture of the Armenta's family as anti-Black, anti-Native American bigots who proudly engaged in the worst kind of racism conduct motivated by their parents' hatred for Blacks and Native Americans. Oh my God, are you serious? The family also was asking to give all cost disbursement fees and interest as authorized by laws. Use your words. Oh my God. I'm getting tongue-tied here. Actually, I'm getting irritated. That's the reason why I'm stuttering and stuff like that. Anyway, authorized by law. Over an article, they claim maliciously and wantonly attacked a 9-year-old boy and his parents for Philip's own race-drenched political agenda. They also claim they have received a number of abusive messages in the wake of the story, while alleging that Phillips had a tendency to focus heavily on racial narratives in his reporting. Yeah, he does. Where is Karen at? So this guy, because racism is very rare, he has to create it out of the blue. He just pulled it out of the sky and then put it in his words in an article. And then poof, people get canceled for doing nothing. Like, especially little boy. Like, how do you attack a 9-year-old boy? That makes you a big POS. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, so I guess if Deadspin is going to keep him, then it's going to cost them. I can tell you that much. All right. Let's see. Back in December, Deadspin issued a half-hearted apology to the Armentas after receiving a backlash over the story. Instead, claiming Phillips' piece was intended to point the finger at the NFL over the checkered history of race. Lies. That's not what it did. We regret any suggestion that we were attacking a fan. The note said, to the end of our story was updated on December the 7th to remove any photos, tweets, links, and otherwise identifying information about the fan. We have also revised the headlines to better reflect the substance of the story. A week before the backtracking statement came, however, Armenta's father had already insisted that it was too late for apologies. Yeah. I mean, you guys, listen, you'll see it in the video that I'm going to play, but anytime you Google this child's name, all you see is his pictures and some guy, idiot, the Karen guy talking about he's racist. He hates, Native Americans. So his name is already connected to negativity, and that's going to affect his future. So let's go ahead to this article here. This is by NewsNation, and they interviewed the family in addition to the child, and they're going to go into details right here. Let me make sure you guys can see it on my OBS, and yes, you can. I'm going to see if I can fix it a little bit so you can see it better. All right, let's watch this.
At the game, and tell me about your outfit. Tell me why you had the headdress on and why you painted your face red and black. Like, as you went to the game and were hanging out, what was going on? Were people excited by what you were wearing?
Yeah, like a lot of people wanted to take pictures with me, and we were just walking into the game.
It seems silly to say, but nobody saw anything wrong with the outfit. And Raiders fans are not normally known as the friendliest bunch, and even they were embracing. We have a picture of you with the Raiders cheerleaders. So what was it like when the article came out? What was it like for you at school?
It was like scary because I didn't know what was happening.
What did happen?
Well, the whole internet started to call me Chiefs, blackface, racist. This racist kid figured out how to hate Native Americans and black people at the same time.
Oh.
Given that you're Native American, was that kind of confusing?
Yes.
Shannon, that initial emotion when you saw the article was what?
It was shocking because the other half of his face was red, and we didn't know what blackface even was.
And as you learned about it and as you read the article and understood, tell me what happened.
I just went to the media and tried to prove that he was not in a blackface, that his other half of his face was red, and I figured I could prove that and they would remove it and take it down. That was the goal.
And did they?
I had to call somebody right away to have them send me what they saw on TV as we were driving.
Yeah.
Like, what did...
But here's the deal. Karen or Caron knew that the boy's other face was red. It's just that they felt comfortable picking on a little child because they didn't think they was going to get any backlash. They didn't think they was going to get any trouble. They didn't think nobody was going to buck up against them because maybe he felt that he was untouchable. But no, the thing about it is that once they were shown, they still didn't take it down. They still didn't take it took them a while to even like adjust the story. And as you all saw from my video when I reported about this in December, Karen had basically started hiding the comments or just not having comments altogether. So he knew he was in trouble. He knew he did wrong. He was just trying to cover himself, trying to cover up his mistakes, but too late.
They see that we didn't.
If Deadspin right then had said, we are so sorry, we are totally wrong, we're going to pull everything down and issue a retraction, would you feel differently?
No. If they would have done it right away, like the other ones did, the minute that other outlet saw that, oh man, these are Native Americans, and yes, his face is red with black, that would have been a lot different. But the way they went about it and doubled down, it's not acceptable.
Shannon, why do you think they did double down?
I don't know. We're asked about this daily. It doesn't go away.
Libby,
I don't. That's it. This goes on for about another 3 minutes, but that was just basically it. I just wanted to bring your attention that the family is going to sue, and they're saying that Deadspin is going to do a countersuit. And that's what I'm saying. How could you be so arrogant, knowing that you are wrong, knowing that you're overprivileged journalist who's just looking for racism and white supreme pieces to report on and basically just get all kinds of pearl clutchings and gasp and like, oh, what we gonna do about the children? Like, he actually attacked a child. He literally attacked a child, labeled that child all the worst names you can possibly name the child. That would get them canceled. That would prevent them from being hired. And so I hope the family wins millions of dollars, because this is going to teach them a lesson. If you're going to keep that, and by the way, he still works there. That Karen Phillips guy, he still works there. So he still works at Deadspin. Deadspin is doubling down. They're sitting here and threatening the family with a countersuit if they actually sue them. And so, yeah, they're not looking good. And I hope this goes to trial. I don't know if they would do a jury trial or just going to be a bench trial. But if they do a jury trial, they will win handsomely. They will win bigly, because no one likes it when you pick on little children. And the fact that this woke news rag would sit up here and double and triple down, they just need they just need their ass whipped. That's all that is. They need to get their butt whipped financially, and that maybe will teach them a lesson. We will see. But anyway, should I leave the article for this? I'm not sure. Well, maybe we'll see. Because YouTube been acting crazy about leaving articles in the description box. So I'll probably will leave it. I'll definitely will link the video that I have here towards the end of the video, and I'll link this article in the pinned comment. So, let me know what you think. Do you realize that this is a woke company that hates to admit when they're wrong? Are you rooting for the family to get millions upon millions of dollars? If so, how much? Let me just know what you think about this story altogether. And if you like this video, give it a like. You're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, taters.